sorry about that, people.
I would start recording.
I just don't get on this.
Jason, can you say something so I know whether I can hear you?
Or can you hear
Yes, there's an echo. We'll deal with it. Is Dr. Hart on? I can't see him.
Yeah, Dr. Hart and I talked. Dr. Hart and I talked, and he should just proceed with the meeting, and we'll test it separately while we proceed in our offices.
Ah, okay.
Sounds good.
Okay,
Mrs. Simon, I'm back in my office.
okay. We'll wait for Jason to get to his destination.
Okay.
He's on the move.
I see.
Thank you, everybody, for your patience.
Good to go.
Excellent. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for taking the time. This meeting is being held in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act and is open to the media and public. Notices were duly posted and the meeting was advertised in the Hunterdon County Democrat and the Courier News. Formal action may be taken. Can I get a roll call, please?
Dr. Cerciello.
Here.
Mr. Emmons.
Here.
Mrs. Fiore.
I'm here.
Mrs. Flores.
Here.
Mrs. Bogorski.
Here.
Mr. Wallace.
Here.
Mr. Zerling.
Here.
Mrs. Sample.
Here.
Mrs. Simon.
Can we stand for the flag salute, please? Dr. Hart, are you able to do? There we go. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with justice for all. Wait, the flag disappeared. Dr. Hart? Dr. Hart, are you with us? Technical difficulties, people. Just bear with us a moment.
Are you able to hear me?
I hear you. I don't see you.
Okay.
I see a flag.
I know. It still shows that I'm presenting the flag right now.
Okay.
Do you see the flag or just me?
Flag.
Okay. Let me end that. Bear with us, folks. Okay.
Okay, moving into the superintendent's report. Are you ready?
I am ready. Can you see and hear me?
I see and hear you.
Okay, wonderful. Apologies. We are ready. Thank you, Mrs. Simon. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our May 18th board meeting, where we will honor the extraordinary efforts of our governors, teachers of the year, and bid farewell to our retirees. This evening is a special occasion where we recognize the accomplishments of our staff. We, of course, wish we could have done this event in person like we have in the past, but like many of the events over the course of this year, we're going to do our best to give our honored guests recognition and praise for their hard work and dedication in this virtual meeting. At this time, I'd like to begin by starting the program with Dr. Ann DeRosa, principal of White House School.
Good evening. I feel especially blessed tonight with the list of top-notch educators that I'm going to have the honor of presenting from White House School. So I'd like to begin with our Governor's Educator of the Year, Mrs. Arlene Schlosser. Arlene is a kindergarten teacher, and anyone in an elementary school knows that it takes a special person to be an outstanding kindergarten teacher. It takes talent, it takes patience, and above all, it takes energy. Arlene's absolutely amazing. She has that kind of superhuman energy level where she's upbeat and happy and engaging and motivational, like around the clock. She has done an outstanding job keeping 5- and 6-year-olds productive for hours at a time, whether they're in person or in her Zoom room. They remain mesmerized by her. When I think of Mrs. Schlosser, I think of above and beyond. Whether she's delivering workbooks to the driveways of every student during a pandemic, which she has done, or whether she's meeting former students at the town library in the summer to read to them, she does so with love. They remember her. Their parents are ever so grateful that she touches their lives. I want to thank Arlene for her loyalty, her unmatched dedication, and her boundless energy as she cultivates the whole child. And in closing, I wanted to share part of what Arlene wrote when she submitted her philosophy of education to the county as part of the process for receiving this award. She wrote, "Teaching kindergarten is so much more than ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. It is about helping little ones to become good people and good citizens. It is about investing in them, not just academically, but helping to build their character. I believe that by being a good example and modeling for them, they will learn to speak kindly, be empathetic, be less aggressive, and more confident. Then I have done my job." On behalf of the White House school community, I'm proud to present Mrs. Arlene Schlosser as our Governor's Educator of the Year. Congratulations, Arlene. The next.
Thank you.
I don't know if I didn't see her on the screen, but Arlene, you're amazing from the heart. You're our Educator of the World and of the Year and of White House School. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next recipient is Mr. Paul Smith. He is our Governor's Educational Service Professional of the Year. And the big word I can say with Mr. Smith is wow. When we hired Mr. Smith, I could not believe how fortunate we were because he came to us as a director of counseling in Fairfax County, Virginia. He and his wife were both administrators in Virginia, and they moved here to be closer to her family because they welcomed a new little addition to their world, their son, Andrew. So we're very grateful to Andrew and Mrs. Smith for bringing Mr. Smith to us. Mr. Smith devotes himself to helping children and their parents as he partners with them to ensure that the needs of children are being met. He intuitively knows how to approach a child from a social or behavioral standpoint. And his office is next to mine, so I am continually inspired by the way he seeks out new strategies and graphics and tools and anything he can put his hands on to help children, he's invested in it. I've passed by his door when he's sitting on the floor cutting out a laminated social story or a game board, or counting stress balls because he has a small group coming in who he's going to talk about making better choices or being more mindful. He's just amazing when it comes to children, but he's also a data-driven leader. He's always reading about and developing like a new survey or inventory or anything. If he sees a pattern, he wants to glean more information. So he's very cerebral and he operates at that level. He's proactive, he's solution-oriented, he has a sharp mind, and he's open to any evidence-based approach that he reads about to benefit children and their families. Mr. Paul Smith, you are a cutting-edge counselor, and I proudly congratulate you on being named our Ed Service Professional of the Year. Thank you for all that you do, and thank you for settling with us in New Jersey.
I am honored, and I'm only as good as my leader. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. The next person I'll speak about is a retiree. This is going to be a huge loss for not only White House School, but the district and the entire school community. Mrs. Elisa Swider. She's retiring. And when she decided to retire, I went back into her personnel file to see what there was, and most of what I read did not surprise me in the least. But there was one thing there, Elisa, that I was confused about, so I just wanted to get the question out of the way. I wanted to know, who is Barbara Herman and why is her evaluation in your file? So we'll sort that out later. But in Mrs. Swider's file, she's been teaching for 34 years, and things they wrote back then, they're all still true today. She shaped so many lives. She has played a critical role in developing children to where their parents and generations later come back and feel the impact. At our school level, she has played a critical role in helping with many of the things that we have done at White House School. She was there when we became a National School of Character. She had been writing essays for the application as late as 10 o'clock at night with us. She was there to support our sustainability efforts. Anything we did in a service, with a service lens on a weekend, she has been there. She's cleaned up the South Branch River with us. She has spearheaded our global partnership with children in Guatemala to the point where she went there one summer and packed suitcases to take our old sporting equipment from the community to the school that had been our partner so she could meet the teachers and the children. I think that you know she has played in countless local basketball games. Her students know that she's a teacher who helps them learn, grow, and think. In Mrs. Swider's class, if you know Mrs. Swider, she will never tell children that there is a problem with anything. Her philosophy is instead she reassures them that it's not a problem and we will figure it out. If children are upset about anything in particular, they figure it out together. Her classroom motto is no worries, and she truly, truly does live by that and brings a sense of calm just in her approach to children. So, Mrs. Swider, you may say no problem, but I think many of us and many people joining me tonight know that losing you means we do have a big problem here. I want you to enjoy your retirement. I know that you'll have more time to spend with your sons, Stephen and Sean, and your husband, Lenny. I know that you'll be thinking of new adventures. So if you could possibly maybe think about coming back to be a substitute, we would love that. And I would like to close by reading a small excerpt from a letter that a parent had written that was in your file from 20 years ago. The parent wrote, "On Thanksgiving Day, when we asked each of our 3 children what they were thankful for, our son said, Mrs. Swider, because she never yells and she always smiles at me." On behalf of the entire school community, I'd like to give thanks to Mrs. Swider also. And wish her the best and congratulations on such a stellar career. And good luck on a fabulous new chapter. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. DeRosa, for all those kind words and for everything you've always done for all of us. And I actually have to say, it's my honor and my gratitude to have worked in Reddington Township and at White House School. And I thank all of you.
And now let me introduce Mrs. Kristen Higgins, who will present tonight's honorees for Three Bridges School.
Thank you, Dr. DeRosa. I have a wonderful lineup of teachers and aides to present to you. We're going to start with our Educator of the Year, which is Carrie Squire. And so I'm honored to present Mrs. Carrie Squire as the TBS Governor Teacher of the Year. Mrs. Squire is a special education teacher and has taught children from preschool through third grade while at TBS. Her work is exemplary. She is a data-driven teacher who creatively engages her learners so as to help them grow exponentially throughout the year. This year has been no different. Though some of our teaching techniques have changed, Mrs. Squire has found creative ways to assure her students are receiving the instructional support needed to make remarkable progress. I can share two perfect examples of her ingenuity for finding interesting ways to engage her students and make the learning fun and real. While teaching place value, Mrs. Squires brought in a truckload of pool noodles, all cut to the size to represent ones, tens, and hundreds. How much fun the students have moving their large manipulatives to show the value of the numbers. They certainly could never forget that. And this year, she has adopted a cow. So the class is learning integrated with all things cow. How fun it is for our second graders to write to the cow, read about cows, research the cows, do math about cows, and of course they get to meet their cows. And the cow concept was then extended to cheese. The children loved it. I love when she runs to me and gusses about her students' progress. She looks after each child as if her own. She is invested in their progress and beams with pride as her students make great strides. I would like to welcome her family to our meeting, Mr. Evan Squire and her children, Ethan and Sierra. I know as a family you support her work and passion for helping all children learn and grow. And thank you for sharing her with us. I'd like to introduce Mrs. Ann Romano. I'm honored to have the privilege of announcing Mrs. Ann Romano as the Three Bridges School Governor Educational Services Professional of the Year. Mrs. Romano began her teaching career in Reddington at the TBS Media Specialist. In that role, she takes pride in teaching media and library skills to our young students. She loves books and is always in pursuit of titles that will ignite the love of reading in our students. She knows each child's reading habits and preferences as well. This has provided our students with an opportunity to learn that the world is at their fingertips when they are given a good book. Her previous work with the school's makerspace is also noteworthy. Mrs. Romano has also embraced a makerspace at the school. She collaborates with the other teachers and creates hands-on challenges for our students to complete within the makerspace designated times. And I know Mrs. Romano is excited for normalcy to return to our schools so she can share these unique experiences with the children. And this year, Mrs. Romano grew from media specialist to teacher extraordinaire, and her leadership skills shine through in all her efforts. This year brought many changes to the school's arrival and dismissal procedures. Mrs. Romano patrolled our car lines with a thermometer in hand, always at the ready to zap those delinquent and filling out their forms. She went out early and has a heat-seeking sense for those who need to be screened. I have to say that Chick-fil-A could compare notes with us for the expedited drive-through services. I can go on all night about the extra duties she has jumped in to help with and the plans and procedures she has been integral in creating and implementing. Her leadership and smart thinking truly assisted all members of the TBS community. I thank you, Ann, for your dedication to Three Bridges School and our students. You show leadership, confidence, great intelligence, and a willingness to go above and beyond your role. It is clear you always put the children's well-being first and understand the importance of displaying to the families that we are an excellent school that values safety and learning. And I thank you. Now I'm going to move on to the kind of the bittersweet part of my presentation, which is our retirees. I'd like to introduce Mrs. Roseanne Oldenburg first. I am very happy for Roseanne as she has retired from public education during this school year. She's worked at HBS and TBS since her start as an aide in the district in January 2019. Her time in Readington was marked by these unique educational times. While she supported the third graders at TBS, she displayed great skill at utilizing the computer to support the students and the teachers. Her care for the students came through during the times when she assisted students in completing assignments and offering sound advice for organization and building their confidence. Roseanne is fortunate to have her son, who she is very proud of. He has recently graduated from Rutgers and is working for Amazon. And in retirement, Roseanne has had the time to do some of the things she loves. She loves to travel and spend time with friends. She has traveled to Florida several times since retiring and is exploring moving there. And Roseanne is planning a trip to Greece. I really hope you enjoy your trip. So Roseanne, on behalf of the district, I wish you the very best of luck as you move forward with the next phase of your life. Enjoy every moment. You deserve it.
Thank you.
And my last retiree of the evening is Erica Weinbrenner. And I will start with Erica. You have been an inspiration to me. And as you retire from Three Bridges School, I see a wonderful, vibrant, and classy lady being able to chase her passions and spend time with her loved ones. I know how exceptionally proud you are of your son, Wade, and your daughter, Carrie. And I am so excited for you to have the time and freedom to visit your family without the pull of your school responsibilities. You have put the school first in so many ways, and it is now time for you to put you first. And I must confess that I'm sad that I will not see you every day. I will miss your positive attitude, total support of our students and staff, and your snazzy outfits. The mask mandate has only added to your impeccable sense of style. I so appreciate you at all times. I know that our children are all well cared for and are receiving the best speech and language therapy possible. Your conscientious professionalism has allowed me to have total confidence in your work and our students' progress. I do look forward to our upcoming adventures, as this is no way goodbye. Your TBS family is excited to continue to meet you for dinner, play tennis, pickleball, and keep in touch as we share our children's accomplishments and angst. You have made a mark on Three Bridges School that will forever be engraved in our hearts and spirit. You have been a role model for all, both new and veteran, as we work to navigate the challenging world of education. I thank you for all you have brought to us that makes us TBS the best school. Your position will be filled, but you will never be replaced. And I would like to introduce my colleague, Mr. Paul Nigro, for Hollenbrook School.
I just want to make sure, can you guys hear me?
We can, Paul.
Yes.
We
Yes,
can,
we
okay,
can.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, my computer's a little glitchy here, so please bear with me. First, I would like to present the Governor Educator of the Year Award recipient to Megan Sloan. Over the past 4 years, Megan has demonstrated all the characteristics I would want to have in a teacher. She is smart, compassionate, enthusiastic, creative, and always in a good mood. I have seen her mastery of classroom management. I have recommended other teachers to observe how she manages a class. I have seen her transform students who broke down in her class in September when they were asked to do some work to fully functional students who succeeded beyond all expectations. Megan works wonderfully with our veteran staff. It is often hard for me to believe that she has only been here for 4 years. Megan, congratulations on this award. My experience tells me it will not be your last award. And if you can see Megan, she's sitting in the throne right now, as is award recipient. So give a wave, Megan.
Thank you very much. I'm very honored to be part of the Readington district as well as part of Hollenbrook School.
And we love having you, so good job. Our governor's education service professional is a person who is used to winning awards. This goes to Jody Rerig. Jody was also the Governor Education Year Award of the Year recipient. I'm honored to congratulate Jody, who is being recognized, as I said, for the second time. Jody was a very highly successful teacher who made many parents, including me, happy to have their child in her class. She is creative, tech savvy, full of energy, and always looking for ways to improve her students' experience. Jody was the first person to introduce me to the flipped classroom model, something I had never heard of before. She did this years ago. So many technology advancements came from her research. She was never afraid to try something new and engaging with her students. Many of these ideas were adopted by other teachers in my building. When Jody became our math coach, it wasn't an easy decision for her to leave the classroom, and I hated losing a fifth grade team member that I cherished. However, she has excelled in her new position and uses that creative energy she brought to the classroom to many classrooms now. It was a win-win situation for Reddington. Jody, congratulations on a well-deserved award again.
Thank you, Paul.
You're quite welcome. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Moss from the middle school.
Thank you, Mr. Nigro. Good evening, the community of Reddington, and congratulations to all of tonight's honorees. We're honored to recognize Megan Greco as the Reddington Middle School Teacher of the Year. This is her 5th year at RMS, and she is an exceptional leader. Megan is enthusiastic and a natural leader. She makes connections with her students and infuses her sense of humor and good nature into her lessons. Megan consistently looks for ways to improve her teaching, and she has become a leader for infusing effective technology. Her students look forward to going to math each day because she makes the learning relevant and fun. Megan's passion for education is evident, and she is a model educator. This is a very deserving honor, and we are proud to call her one of our own. Congratulations, Megan, on this wonderful accomplishment.
Thank you, Dr. Moss.
Thank you, Megan. RMS is lucky to be able to recognize another incredible educator. Christine Creely is our Educational Services Professional of the Year. She has served as a counselor in the district for 16 years, and we have been fortunate to have her at the middle school for the past 4 years. Christine is first and foremost an advocate for the children. She is concerned with the students' well-being as well as their academic progress. She has tremendous knowledge and a true passion for counseling. In addition to her counseling duties, she serves on the school climate team, the SEL committee, and she is a mentor. Her positive energy is contagious, and she is always looking for ways to help students make connections. She is also an invaluable resource to parents, and she is someone who will always go above and beyond. Christine is a true asset to our school, and we are so glad that she is at RMS. Congratulations, Christine, on this well-deserved honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Christine. Reddington Middle School has one retirement. Tracy Fitzgerald has been an art teacher at Reddington Middle School for 25 years. She is an artist who loves to be adventurous, creative, and self-discovers new and unique ideas. A fun fact is that she not only attended RMS as a student, but she also taught some of our current teachers. Clearly, she has a large impact on students for many years. During her time at RMS, Tracy has been a leader and a mentor. She was a team leader for the Encore team for many years, a volleyball coach, and she mentored many new teachers. Over the past few years, she served on the Arts Integration team and attended the Educational Leader as Scholars Summer Institute in Princeton. In that role, she led arts integration projects throughout many content areas and helped teachers see the importance of integrating the arts in every subject area. Tracy's classroom was a whirlwind of activity. She implemented a student-centered art curriculum that included high-success projects that immersed students into the arts. Her focus was for students to be inspired and confident in expressing their own ideas while learning new skills. She said that creativity is the key that enables students to be successful in whatever subject matter they decide to pursue. One of her favorite projects was the 8th grade self-portrait, which I'm sure many parents have hanging on the walls in their houses. Tracy will be missed at RMS, but she has left an incredible legacy. If you've ever walked through the halls, you will see Tracy's artwork in beautifully designed murals on the walls by the cafetorium and by the art room. She has also left a mark on all of our hearts. If you know Tracy, you know that she loved RMS and the people in it. She was a great friend to many, and she could always be counted on to do what was right for the students. Tracy is going to spend her retirement continuing to explore her creativity. She will spend her days in her studio creating beautiful artwork. She is also looking forward to venturing into exciting opportunities with her husband, and she looks forward to what the future holds. Congratulations on your retirement, Tracy. Thank you for your 25 years of service in the Readington Township Schools.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Well deserved. At this time, I'd like to introduce Mrs. Marcy Cole.
Hi, everybody. Tonight I have the honor of celebrating a wonderful bus driver, Charlene Eitzen, who has been with us for 21, sometimes very long years. She's wonderful. She was wonderful with the kids. She's like, no words. She's wonderful. Charlene, are you here tonight? Oh, I guess not. Oh, that's sad. She has been with us, like I said, 21 years. That's a lot of good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Have a good night. See you in the morning. She touched so many lives. She was a big gym fanatic. You can always tell when it was gym day. She would come in with her everything matching gym clothes. But she's a wonderful person, wonderful bus driver. She will truly be missed this year and every year. And now at this time, I would like to introduce Mr. Bohm.
Thank you, Marcy. So tonight I have to honor two people. And first up, I would like to honor Miss Terry Phillips, who I've worked with for the past 4 years. Terry started working in the business office in 2007. And in 2016, she figuratively was thrown into the fire in the payroll department when she transferred over there from the purchasing department. She got into a position where there was literally no transition. The prior employee left abruptly. Her superior went on an extended leave of absence shortly after she started. She had to learn the job while doing the job from scratch. So what did she do? She rolled up her sleeves and she got back to the basics. She pulled out a piece of paper, pencil, and a calculator. And to be honest, the first time I reviewed a complex payroll calculation written in pencil on a piece of paper, I had some concerns. But I can tell you at the end of the day, she got the job done. And as she reminds me frequently, there has been no audit comments or recommendations in her department since she took over the position. So how can I argue with perfection? I also know there's a lot of staff in the district who will miss Terry, in addition to myself. She has been instrumental with helping people in difficult work-life situations, providing critical guidance with healthcare decisions, leave of absences, workers' compensation, disability, among them various other topics. She will be sorely missed. I also have gotten nothing but positive comments on her professionalism, her attention to privacy, given her position, and her thoughtfulness. It's unfortunate that she's leaving, but I wish her the best in retirement. It would be regrettable if I did not mention that her husband has been waiting patiently for her to retire, literally in his car outside of our window every day at 4 o'clock. Waiting for her to leave. Congrats to him and to her. They can spend more time together with their grandchildren and with each other, hopefully eating a lot of raviolis. Congratulations, Terry, on your retirement. You'll be sorely missed, and it was a pleasure working with you.
Thank you very much, Jason, for the kind words. Thank you. Very much appreciated. Thank you. And my husband liked those comments too.
Yes.
I also have the unfortunate duty to say goodbye to Miss Gay Villa, a trusted friend and colleague over the years. I have tried in vain to convince Gay to stay for a few more years. But in the end, Gay is really good with numbers. So she is going and sailing into the sunset exactly 25 years from her start date, thereby maximizing her retirement benefits. Kudos to you, Mrs. Villa, for being so good with math and knowing exactly when it's time to leave. Many of you may not know Gay because she is stuck in a windowless closet in the business office. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about her. Gay has Reddington Township in her blood. She bought her home in Reddington when I was 1 year old. Her children were raised here. Her husband is a volunteer committee member in the township. She started work here in 1996 as a paraprofessional classroom aide before moving into the business office. She has worked tirelessly to keep taxes low, work with the board to monitor student programs to make sure they were well funded and operating well. She also had children go through the district, and she's always keeping the students in mind with whatever she does. One example that I just want to share is that she is the district liaison for low-income students. And she worked this past year during the pandemic with local nonprofits in the township to provide as much assistance as possible to students and families in need. We were able, through her organization skills, to deliver over 1,000 meals weekly to students, including breakfast and lunch, which is truly remarkable in the pandemic. When I was reviewing her personnel file, I obviously found a plethora of letters summarizing how instrumental Gay was to the district over the years. I just want to share a few. First, Miss Barbara Sargent, former superintendent, wrote in a commendation letter that Gay is insightful, smart, and productive. She even had a letter from the entire Board of Education in her file from Miss Deb Labadia and Marlene Orlandi, commenting on her taking over for 2 months during a leave of absence of the BA during a particular great time of crisis known as the infamous proposed bus depot of 2010. She navigated during those two months flawlessly to the satisfaction of the board. Lastly, I just want to read one more comment from a former superintendent, another commendation letter that says that one of the major attributes of Gay possesses is her work ethic. She can be counted on to complete the assignment, even if it requires her to go into her personal time to get the job done. Gay will not leave the office until the critical job assignments are completed. True to this, she's usually the last person in the office. I'm usually competing with her to see who's going to leave first. Hopefully, she can work on a better social life in retirement and actually go do things. I know that she, like Terry, has new grandchildren and is planning family trips to Cape Cod and other locations to maximize her free time in retirement. I wish her nothing but the best in her new endeavors. I'm sure she's looking forward to not receiving any more Post-it notes from me, friendly reminders. I'll be sure to send you some by text message. I still have your number. But this concludes my well wishes. Congratulations, Gay and Terry. And I'll turn it back over to you, Dr. Hart.
Thank you very much, Jason. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. What a special evening we have here, honoring our special guests. This concludes our program, honoring our governors, educators of the year, and our retirees. I'd like to thank each of our educators of the year for your continued dedication to our students of Reddington and the extraordinary things that you do each and every day. And I'd like to wish our retirees all of the best in the next chapter of your lives. Please let us know how you're doing and be sure to stop by and visit. Thank you all for such a wonderful evening. Thank you for your dedication, and one more round of applause for all of the retirees. and honorees. Thank you so much, everyone. We appreciate you being here. You are welcome to stay as we continue with our agenda. We do have a moment that's open to the public if you would like to put a comment in about your Educator of the Year or retiree. And I've seen a lot of comments already congratulating all of our honored guests tonight. So thank you for being here. I just wanted to provide the board with a very brief update about our next task when it comes to the COVID-19 pandemic. We heard just last week, on Friday of last week, from the Department of Education that they're going to be requiring us to develop something called a Safe Start Plan for next year. This plan is going to be required for districts who are receiving our ESSER 3 or ARP funds, the American Recovery Plan funds. We know now that we have to develop the plan. We don't necessarily yet have a format of the plan. We anticipate a template being released from the Department of Education on May 24th, along with our allocation of our ESSER 3 funding. The plan will have certain components like we had to put into our Readington Ready Restart Plan, and will be available at our next meeting for more input and comments. The plan will be submitted before the end of the school year by June 24th, and I just want to let you know that there will be more details to follow. But in the end, as a school district, we are going to be required to develop further plans to respond to the continued COVID-19 pandemic. And with that, Mrs. Simon, that concludes my superintendent's report. If there are any questions from the board, I'd be happy to answer them.
Are there any questions or comments from the board? I myself would just like to congratulate all the educators of the year and wish all of the retirees all the best. Everybody has wonderful plans, and I wish you all the best. Thank you. If there aren't any other questions or comments, we'll move on to, we are now open to the public, limited to action items on the agenda. Do we have any? Beth, did you want to read some of the comments into the record?
Sure, I would be happy to. Okay, these are just for the audio. The first comment congratulating from Michelle Cram. Congratulations, Alyssa. You have been an inspiration to many, including myself. Alyssa Bulow said, congratulations, White House School. And also, yay, TBS. Michelle Cram said, congratulations, Megan. Congratulations, Jody. Alyssa Bulow said, HBS, you are amazing, love you. Lots of cute emojis. Michelle Cram said, congratulations, Christine. Alyssa Bulow, congratulations, RMS. And yay, bus drivers. Michelle Cram said, thank you, Terry, for all of your help through the years. You will be missed. Andrea Aronow said, good job, Terry. Congratulations. Alyssa Bulow, Terry, thank you. Congratulations. You will be missed. Christine Creely said, well deserved, Terry. We will truly miss you. Michelle Cram said, congratulations, Gay. Alyssa Bulow said, Gay, you will be missed. Thank you. Andrea Aronow said, congratulations, Gay. Christine Creely said, congratulations, Gay. Thank you for all you have done. I will miss seeing you. Melissa Trempe said, we will miss you, Alyssa. Katie Villa said, Gay Villa, thanks for being the best mom ever. That one kind of wins for the night, sorry. Anthony Tumalo said, you all will truly be missed. Karen Yanish said, you will be truly missed, Alyssa. Mrs. Schlosser said, Alyssa, I will miss our early morning meetings in the copy room together. You will be missed at White House School. Wishing you the best. Erica, you will be so missed. Wishing you the best. And there's the end of the comments.
Laura, I'd like to just add, this is Eric, I'd like to just add one quick personal thanks to Gay for the tremendous amount of help that she provided to me as a new board member 10 years ago. Gay, you really helped tremendously, and it is remembered and appreciated. Thanks a bunch.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
Laura, you're on mute.
Thank you. For those who are still with us online, there'll be another session of open public comment time at the end of the meeting. So feel free to put your comments in, and they'll be read out. All right. We had one correspondence since our last meeting, and that was regarding masks. Can I get a motion to adopt 6.01, please?
So moved. Carolyn.
Second, Carol.
Who seconded?
Carol.
Carol. Thank you. Are there any questions on the enrollment or dual reports? Not hearing any. Can I get a roll call, please?
Dr. Sorciello.
Yes.
Mr. Emmons.
Yes.
Ms. Fiore.
Yes.
Ms. Flores.
Yes.
Ms. Pogorski.
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
Mr. Zwirling.
Yes.
Ms. Sample.
Yes.
Ms. Simon.
Yes.
Yes.
Moving on to the minutes, can I get a motion to adopt 2.01 to 2.02, please?
So moved. Carolyn.
I heard Tom and then Carolyn.
Yep.
All right. Are there any changes required for the minutes? Not hearing any. Can I get a roll call, please?
Dr. Sorciello.
Yes.
Mr. Emmons.
Yes.
Mrs. Fiore.
Yes.
Mrs. Flores.
Yes.
Mrs. Pogorski.
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
Mr. Zwirling.
Yes.
Mrs. Sample.
Yes.
Mrs. Simon.
Yes.
Passes.
Finance and facilities. Can I get a motion to adopt 3.01 to 3.05, please?
So moved. Carolyn.
Carolyn. Can I get a second?
Second, Carol.
Do we have a committee report?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'd like to start also by extending my congratulations to all the honorees tonight. We met, the Finance and Facilities Committee met on Friday, May 7th, and we began with a presentation from Brown & Brown regarding the health, vision, and dental insurance renewals. It was determined that through the AmeriHealth medical plan, there'll be a 2% increase for the next year effective July 1, and the Horizon Dental plan will have a 5% decrease effective July 1 for the next 2 years. We also discussed a federal government demand letter of $43,000, and further discussion will be necessary. The next topic was the RMS well, and we're very close to waiting for the final approval in order to remove the public notices. After that, we discussed 2021-22 capital projects, beginning with the roofing project. The kickoff meeting happened on May 4th, and the plan is to begin the project on June the 21st. We discussed lead time for the metal panels, block and coping, and submittals are pending. We also reviewed the RMS bleacher replacement. The bid was awarded to Nickerson, and there's a kickoff meeting pending. There's a 4 to 5 month lead time on the bleachers. And we also discussed other maintenance or IT projects, including painting of lockers, floor work, sidewalk and window repairs, possible projects for the summer of 2022. Then the next topic was regarding food service. Their bid results from May 6th are incorporating the sustainability requests. Machios will likely be awarded the bid, which is currently under review.
Currently, Machio's has 3 people on staff, and usually they operate with 8 to 9 staff members. The next topic was full day reopening options, which don't appear practical at this late date. Another topic was the SSO program, which is the seamless summer option. Also continued delivery of no in-person service where students will bring the food, as well as standard lunch with precautions, elementary schools first, then intermediate, and then middle school, or centralized prepackaged meals, limited options delivered to each school. We also then discussed 21-22 school year discussion regarding, again, the SSO program. All ordered meals will be reimbursed by the federal government. Lunchroom versus classroom versus hybrid. Social distancing, additional lunch periods of shorter duration or standard lunch. Food choices, limited at first and then expand, as well as prepackaged grab and go versus the normal lunch line or the buffet. Outside food, discussion regarding ordering pizza from a local vendor. And we also talked about snacks to be offered at the start of the school year. As well as serving breakfast again through the SSO program to be discussed at a later date. The next topic was about grants, the CRRSA or the ESSER 2, which is the second federal stimulus grant, including the Hunterdon Behavioral Health Contract, which will provide additional mental health services for 2 years. There'll be a presentation at the board meeting in June. The next thing we discussed was the American Rescue Act, or the ESSER 3, which is a third federal stimulus, and the amounts are going to be determined in approximately 2 months. These funds will be available through September of 2024. Once again, the Securing Our Children's Future Bond Act is still under state review. Finance items as well are listed: food service management company, RFP results, void checks, Hunterdon Behavioral Health Agreement on June 8th, and regular annual solutions on June 8th. Then the RTAA negotiations, and then we determined our next meeting will be Wednesday, June 2nd at 8:30. That's it.
Great, thank you.
Sure.
Are there any questions on the minutes that were read out or the agenda items?
This is Eric. I just wanted to bring to Dr. Cicielo's attention. You may not be aware, we do have a policy, 7461, the sustainability policy. I just wanted you maybe to get a chance to review that. It does, I mean, nothing you've said here is contrary to that. There is a provision in there that talks about long-range planning. So when we're looking at projects, just when you get a chance, if you just look over the policy, it might help, guide some of the thinking that goes on.
Sure. Thank you, Eric. Absolutely. I'll make
Thank
a
you
note
very
of that.
much.
Sure.
Are there any other questions or comments? All righty. Can I get a roll call, please?
Dr. Cerciello.
Yes.
Mr. Emmons.
Yes.
Mrs. Fiore.
Yes.
Mrs. Flores.
Yes.
Mrs. Bogorski.
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
Mrs. Worling.
Yes.
Mrs. Hample.
Yes.
Mrs. Simon.
Yes. Moving into education technology. Can I get a motion to adopt 4.01 to 4.06, please?
So moved, Carol.
Second, Camille.
Thank you. And we have a report.
Yes. The Edtech Committee met on May 11th. We discussed the district logo project. We narrowed it down to 4 potential logos. We are providing feedback for revisions, and we will send 3 out for community vote, and all students who participated will be recognized by the BOE. Summer enrichment enrollment update. We have 126 registrations as of that date and 7 facilitators. The program, therefore, will be self-sustaining this year. The special education supplemental reading program. So we are moving towards specific programs rather than various strategies for consistency across the district, and we will be providing PD for the teachers. The specific programs are the Wilson Foundations and Haggerty Phonemic Awareness for K through 3, and Just Words for the Just Words program for grades 4 through 5. These This will also provide better monitoring and progress reports. Okay, the Summer Accelerate Learning enrollment update and interventions this year. So the Summer Accelerate Learning will be a 4-week program for math and LA. LA, we invited 20 students per grade level, and in math, 100 students total for grades K through 8. The Fall Accelerate Learning will be 2 to 3 days per week after school, and we will use the Fall Start Strong state assessments possibly to identify students who would qualify. Extended school year, we added an hour per day for COVID recovery. The Retention Credit Recovery Program. So they will be offering 4th marking period recovery during afternoon office hours at RMS, in person or virtual, for students at risk of retention or failure. K through 1 students at risk of retention are being offered support and possibly summer enrollment in the Accelerate program with a focus on literacy and math. An update on SEL, Hunter and Behavioral Health. We reviewed a roadmap of tiered support services based on student needs. So Tier 3 support would receive Hunter and Behavioral Health one-on-one intensive training. And we tabled an update on equity. We provided feedback on some sample websites for the district. And the Walk in the Woods field trip for 7th grade was modified. Half the students will take the trip over 2 trips. The textbook, The Life, or not textbook, but for the 8th grade book room, The Life of Frederick Douglass by David F. Walker, which aligns with the social studies 8th grade curriculum. And our next meeting will be Friday, June 4th at 8:30 a.m.
Great, thank you. Any questions on the minutes or the agenda items? Not hearing any. Can I get a roll? Oops. Someone say something? Yeah. Can I get a roll call, please?
Dr. Cerciello,
Yes.
Mr. Emmons,
Yes.
Mrs. Fiore,
Yes.
Ms. Flores,
Yes.
Ms. Bogorski,
Yes.
Mr. Wallace,
Yes.
Mr. Zerling,
Yes.
Ms. Hample,
Yes.
Ms. Simon.
Yes.
Yes.
Personnel, can I get a motion to adopt 5.01 to 5.10, please?
So moved, Carolyn.
Second, Carol.
And we have a committee report.
Yes, we do. So we met on May 4th, and we discussed following items: staffing, updates to job descriptions, clubs and sports for the next year, various personnel matters, agenda items of summer hires for ESY, Accelerate Learning, curriculum writing, hiring for next year, and staff transfers. And we scheduled the next meeting was actually today, right before this meeting, today, May 18th.
Excellent, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Are there any questions on the minutes that were read or the agenda items? Not hearing any. Can I get a roll call, please?
Dr. Cerciello,
Yes.
Mr. Emmons,
Yes.
Fiore,
Yes.
Mrs. Flores,
Yes.
Mrs. Bogorski,
Yes.
Mr. Wallace,
Yes.
Mr. Zerling,
Yes.
Mrs. Hample,
Yes.
Mrs. Simon.
Yes.
Yes.
Communications, can I get a motion to adopt 6.01, please?
So moved, Carol.
Second, Carolyn.
Thank you. Are there any questions on that agenda item? Or do we have we had a meeting. Sorry, there are minutes, correct?
Yes, I have a report.
Thank you.
So the Policy Communications Committee met on May 3rd. We recommended to revise 2 existing policies Policy 2110, the philosophy of education in the district mission statement. It should be updated to omit philosophy of education in the title and to just include the current district mission statement. And then the other revision is for policy 2132, the school district goals and objectives should be updated to omit the September 1 deadline and to instead include language, we shall adopt goals and objectives annually. The reason for this was that sometimes this goal setting process occurs well into October, so it seemed inaccurate to have September 1 as the due date. We wanted to update that policy. We also, Dr. Hart reported he's updating the draft strategic plan based on input from the board committees that he had solicited. The committee reviewed templates for the district's new website design. The committee discussed elements that were important to consider, which included user friendliness, quality, maintenance of content, mobile versus desktop versions, cost differences, and the timeline for implementation. The website is slated to go live in the fall. Dr. Hart updated the committee on the communication mailer sent to residents in the redistricted area. Residents were encouraged to send back a form with information on when or if prospective students in their household will be attending Redington schools. This will help plan for future students and any further redistricting needs that may arise. And lastly, we talked about upcoming press release topics. For June would be a year in review and the budget article. In July, summer reading and math activities. Our next meeting is scheduled for May 24th at 4:30.
Great, thank you. Are there any questions on the minutes read or the agenda item? Not hearing any, can I get a roll call, please?
Dr. Sosiello.
Yes.
Mr. Emmons.
Yes.
Mrs. Fiore.
Yes.
Ms. Flores.
Yes.
Nagorski.
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
Mr. Swirling.
Yes.
Mrs. Sample.
Yes.
Ms. Simon.
Yes.
Passes.
Moving into unfinished business. We have the board tours coming up on May 20th and May 26th. Dr. Hart, did everybody RSVP to you?
I don't have everybody's RSVPs, I don't think, but you know what I'm going to do tonight? I will update the invitation because it says tentative right now. I'll finalize it and a reminder will go out.
Excellent. Great. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Is there any other unfinished business that you'd like to bring up? All right. New business from the board. I'll bring up that Jason Bohm had registered everybody for the upcoming school boards thing in October. So you should have received a communication on that. Is there any other new business that you would like to bring up?
I have a question about the virtual and JSBA conference. Do they take input on what offerings they put out there?
I've seen surveys in the past, what they like, what you liked, what you didn't, what you wanted to see more of. So maybe reach out to Gwen and provide your feedback that way. It was a while ago that they had the survey.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Any other new business?
Mrs. Simon, I'll just add that I think today they sent out like a call for proposals to any administrators or board members that want to present. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm no pressure, right? If any of us have a topic that we want to share as well, you know, but I think that's good. I think reach out to Gwen if there's something specific that we'd like to see.
All righty, thank you. Anything else? No? Okay. We're now open to the public. Anything on or off the agenda? Are there any additional comments? I don't think I see any. Nope. Okie doke. All right. Just a reminder to folks, if you have a question after the fact, you can always email the board members. The email is on the website if you have questions or comments. That would conclude our meeting. We're going to move into executive session. Can I get a motion to adjourn to executive session in accordance with the Sunshine Law to discuss a HIB and the superintendent's evaluation for approximately 1 hour, at which time the board expects to return to public session where action shall not be taken. The matters discussed will be made public if and when the circumstances requiring confidentiality no longer exist. However, it is not presently known when such circumstances will exist. Can I get a roll call, please? I'm sorry, the motion.
So moved, Carol.
Carol.
Second time.
Tom. Can I get a roll call, please?
Dr. Sosiello,
Yes.
Mr. Emmons,
Yes.
Ms. Fiore,
Yes.
Ms. Flores,
Yes.
Ms. Pogorski,
Yes.
Mr. Wallace,
Yes.
Mr. Zwirling,
Yes.
Mrs. Sample,
Yes.
Mrs. Simon.
Yes. And that is 8:10. All righty. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Latch, you can shut down. Thank you so much.